Welcome viewers, Dr. JWA. Aboriginal authority erased when resistance became a colonial problem. By the mid-1790s, the question was no longer whether Aboriginal people would resist. Some already were. The question was what Britain would do about it. Around the expanding Sydney settlement, Pemulwuy and other Aboriginal people attacked settlers, livestock and farms. To the colony, these actions threatened survival, property and order. But that description contained the same unresolved assumption. Whose order? British authorities could punish British settlers because those settlers existed within a system Britain unquestionably administered. Excuse me, viewers. But Aboriginal people were different. Their countries had not been surrendered through treaty. Their authority had not been negotiated away. Yet colonial expansion increasingly treated resistance as something British power was entitled to suppress. In 1795, after escalating conflict around the Hawkesbury, Governor John Hunter authorised military action against Aboriginal people believed responsible for attacks. The contradiction was becoming harder to hide. Britain had arrived instructing Phillip to pursue relations with Aboriginal people through amity and kindness. Now, colonial authorities were deploying armed force, not because Aboriginal authority had suddenly disappeared, not because a treaty had been transferred, but because the colony possessed increasing power to defend the settlement it had established. And this is where the distinction between power and authority becomes physical. Soldiers could march, settlers could occupy farms, orders could be issued, people could be pursued and killed, and colonial power could therefore make British decisions increasingly difficult to resist. But force answered a different question from consent. It demonstrated what Britain could enforce. But viewers, it did not demonstrate what Aboriginal peoples had agreed Britain was entitled to enforce. And for the frontier, as it expanded, that distinction would become increasingly consequential, because Britain began to resolve an unanswered political question not through negotiated agreement, but through the accumulating reality of colonial power and aggression.